Yo, what's going down, commanders? Hope everyone's doing fine tonight. I am going to give as many shout-outs as I can. As always, if I miss your name, it is on purpose, guys. I just missed it. The chat jumps on me, so I can't read them all out. Mikey's number one on the list tonight. The real Mikey. Welcome, bro. William's number two, or William S, or Lycanthrope was I know. And he's also a goat, and he's also part of my panel. Tom as well. Welcome, bro. Well, I don't know if Tom's still here. It was late his time in Australia, so he might not be here. But welcome anyway. Cobra C. Ober is a goat as well, and he's part of my panel tonight. His mum let him. He's been ungrounded, by the way, guys. Lewis, the man with the likes, appreciate what you do on the side chat, mate. Thank you. Dennis, I don't add anyone anymore. Dennis, I'm afraid, unless you run with my clan, I just don't add anyone on Kickstarter or Facebook, especially Facebook, as it's a personal Facebook. Tim, welcome, bro. Not many people there. Hawks, as always, nice to see you there. Andrew, welcome, bro. I'm gonna burp. Excuse me. Testicles, welcome, brother. Armageddon, as always, nice to see your name there, mate. Nutcracker, welcome, bro. Good to hear that Milo's okay. Raft, welcome, brother. Nice to see your name there again. Rainy Bow is part of my panel tonight, and she's also a goat. Appreciate that. Rubble Steelskin, aka Manny, welcome, brother. Another goat. Gambo, me art guy, appreciate what you do on the Discord. Thank you, brother. Cassius, welcome, bro. Stevie T as well, welcome. Glenn, spelt with a Y, welcome, brother. Redeemed, another name that I haven't seen for a while. Hopefully you're doing well. I think I did see you last week. I might be forgetting there, mate. Welcome, bro. WC Thunder, the man with a plan, welcome, bro. Davey and Brandy, both goats. Brandy is part of my panel tonight. Thank you, guys. The Highland Pigeon Conveyor. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sure I'm going to be put right if not. Ernest, welcome, bro. Looks like Tom is still there. Welcome, brother. Islanden. I hope I'm saying that right. I really do. Where am I? I think that's about it, guys. Right, on the panel tonight we've got Lonely Wolf, we've got Rainy Bow, we've got Will, aka Lycanthrope, we've got Jinx, aka Brandy, and we've got Cobra C. Ober, aka Gashi. Guys, if you want to unmute and say hello.
Evening all.
Hello. Hello.
Yo, commanders.
I've got this is the point I've got.
Salute.
This is the point I've got to pretend I haven't been talking to you for the last hour. How are you all doing, guys?
Oh yeah, thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm about to fall back
Yeah, you
asleep
normally
here. What are you
don't
talking
ask.
How do I
No,
pronounce
that's
that? How do I pronounce that? Eyes dinner. I don't know how to pronounce it. He's in the chat now.
Isn't
We've been talking for like last 20 minutes.
I do apologise, brother. I don't do it on purpose.
And the Highland Pigeon Conveyor is Zoom. Good evening to you, bro, as well.
Yeah, he does tell me this every week that he zooms in.
He does.
I just see some more there. Taffy, welcome, bro. You Welsh fucking pussy. And Marion, welcome.
Harsh.
Right, guys.
Oh, poor Will.
He don't come on the Discord no more, so he can't give me an earphone.
Well, he's welcome to come on, though.
Obviously, he's always been welcome. Right,
Yeah,
guys.
it'd be nice to listen to some foreign talk for a while.
Yeah. I think he's a bit like me, he likes his beer and he starts saying stupid shit. Exactly like me, in fact.
We can only handle one of you, right?
I do want to discuss the previous event. What was it called? Planetary Prediction. And I want to know the scores out of 10. I want to know the scores out of 10, and I would love to know the scores out of 10. Everyone on the side panel gives the previous event, and I'll get Cobra in a little bit just to read a few, well, as many as he can out. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to make it easier tonight. I'm going to go straight with Cobra C. Ober so he can get the scores over and done with, and then get ready with the quotes.
So I'm going to come in at 5.5. I got all that was required. I just
you didn't start till Monday, did you?
No. I did, well, actually, that's not true. I did it on the flight as well. But to be fair, I just feel that because it's now continuous week, it's getting boring. Need to have a bit of a break, Kicks. But I'd say 5.5. And a new unit, shit.
Yeah, possibly.
I would
possibly,
say that. I used that new unit and last event.
Yeah, but the problem is and I was corrected on a video. I made a video of sorry guys, I will get to you. I made a video on showing the unit in the event bases, and lucky enough, I've got good people that subscribe to my channel, and he corrected me without being sarcastic or a dickhead. He said, "Yeah, but the units get a 15 or 20% buff in this event." So and it was the same for the bombards in the previous event. So when we use these in the event, and these units look fucking fantastic, we're not getting a true portrayal of what these units actually can do, because they're so much buffed because of that. What's it called at the top of the screen, middle of the screen?
Base weakness.
Base weakness. Because of that, we're not getting a proper portrayal of what these units can actually do in that event. So that video I made, I do apologise for that, guys. It was kind of one that I wasn't thinking. Made the units look better than they were. Anyway,
the other thing I didn't sort of, and thankfully Thunder's just reminded me, to be fair, that they kept putting different bases out, or the same base but with different hardnesses.
Yes, I pulled them up on that on the Discord. I was watching the amount of hits it was taking to kill certain turrets. They wouldn't change. It wouldn't be a complete change of the base, but it would be like one or two of the units would be a lot more harder to kill, or it'd be a couple of the turrets with some of the units, and it all depending on what, because we're hitting the bases randomly. And it is, I'm 100% I think I'm 100% right, or we're 100% right in saying the difficulty in each base individually is different to what we're used to.
And even on Ruby, units are still getting stuck in a certain position.
Yes.
Don't get me started.
Did I say that out loud again?
That's hot.
Yeah. They literally ignore loads of shit in the base now, and it's getting to the point where Kixeye are manipulating Ruby as well. Every week, Ruby, there's a slight change to Ruby, especially when it comes to main event times. Kixeye are fiddling with the parameters of Ruby. Welcome, David and Kilted Warrior. That's a name I haven't seen for a while. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm going to move on to the next victim, and that will be Brandy or Jinx, aka Brandy, please.
I give it a 6. I actually did it. Got what I needed. Not too impressed with the new units, but I did what I could, and I actually enjoyed it.
Okay, so 6. You got
What about the event?
Any comments on the actual unit itself that we collected?
Yeah, I used the unit itself too. I think it needs a few levels up first before I really give the new unit an actual rating.
Okay, fair enough.
I think on a lower level is not fair to the unit to give it a rating for the unit itself until it is at least upgraded a few times. So, I mean, I've heard some people say that they went ahead and upgraded it all the way to 20, and it's still shit. But I that's not my reflect on it. But I didn't really use it that much after I saw that it really wasn't that well
The problem
done
is
for low level.
the hero was just with the bug with the hero. It was just so much better, wasn't it? That was the problem.
So I basically used the ones that were before that for the event.
Yeah. Okay, so that was
yeah.
it. What did you give it? A 6 or
6,
6.5?
yeah.
6. Okay.
It was fun. It was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Lycanthrope Will.
I give it a 5. Wasn't a bad event. I, as you know, I go on about you got to do X amount of rounds per day to basically get the event over and done with and get everything, and I stuck to that. So it wasn't until Sunday, when I had actually had a bit of free time, that I actually finished the event a couple of days early. Yep, got to say, not over keen on the new unit as yet. I found an older unit that done the bases better, but the Kodiak I like. I've got to say, didn't like it. The the first time out, but this time I quite enjoyed using it in this event. Yeah, it was. I had the weekend to basically to spend time with the family, and I didn't have to stress out about having to grind away. I just done how many rounds I needed, and that was it. So yeah, in regards to that, I thought it was good.
Okay, what was your score?
Mate, nice that you spent the time with the family as well. Well done, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, gave it a 5.
A 5. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I just want to put this out there. Matt just said usual event done in 3 hours. Judge the unit on how it do in PvP. It's a trash unit. I'm exactly the same as you, mate. When a new unit comes out, I'm first thing I'm thinking about, where can I fit this into my PvP platoon? I'm not. By the way, I'm not suggesting that I'm great at PvP or the best. I just enjoy playing PvP. It's not one of them things where I think I'm the dog's bollocks at it. I don't. My mind's always wired that way. Is where does it fit in PvP? And you're 100% correct. It doesn't. Someone coming in, I'd want to say welcome.
It was cute.
You. I was just about to give you a shout out on a side chat. Welcome, bro. I will go through to the next person, and that would be Rainy Boat, please.
Well, I give it a 4. Yeah, I was able to do it. I got everything, but the reason I only give it a 4 is because I feel like we're just getting new units now that are just for doing the events, really. And I feel like we've just got to get so much XP. And I do wonder whether there weren't so many people playing because it was so easy to get to the quite high up in the leaderboard, just getting what you needed to get. So yeah, give it a 4.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me, guys. I just took a mouthful of beer and she stopped. She stopped talking. I was in trouble.
Yeah, there was something else I was going to say, but I forgot what.
If it comes back to you, stop us, and we'll let you talk about it. Moving on to Q-Hog, please, buddy.
Give it a 4. I'm sick and tired of these weekend events every weekend. It's a grind. I mean, I had no problem doing it. It's boring. That's all. My opinion.
Your opinion matters, mate. Everyone's opinion matters. That's why I asked the side chat to give me a score as well, because our scores that are meaningless if there's not. We need a wide variety of players. Some players might give it a 10. You know, they love the event. Some people don't like it.
Fucking Lakers at 10.
It's all about the community, and that's the whole reason of these live streams. It isn't about me individually. It's about what you guys feel, how the people on the side chat feel, and we bring it all into one place. And that's what I want to try to portray to Kickside. Not that they listen much, but sometimes, occasionally, they do.
Yeah, I gotta give a quick shout out to the Bloodbuster Z.
Roberto.
I did see him, and I was just about to give him a call out as well. Welcome, bro. Right, moving on.
I remembered now what else I was going to say.
Go for it, Danny.
Right, the tactile 1 bases, I think we should be able to help the smaller players get those. And Kickside stopped us helping. Because when you help them on that middle track, they're getting piddly amounts of XP for it. And I don't think you can help them on all 3, can you? Anyway, yeah, I think Kickside need to let people
You know why
be
they
helped
stopped
again.
us? You know why they stopped us doing that, don't you? Because of people were manipulating it and they were playing 3 or 4 ults per event. Instead of helping a lower level player, an individual, they would go out and do 3 or 4 minis, and that way they could be that much stronger. Or once they wouldn't have to spend money throughout the night. So you've got 4 or 5 minis that have got all the top units. You can just go from one mini to the next mini to the next mini and just keep playing through the game like that.
Oh, blimey, who does that remind me of?
Not me.
It definitely ain't me, because I've only got one mini on the KXL
I wasn't
platform.
referring to any of us, but I'm sure you can figure it out.
Yeah, I know.
Are you being smart?
Oh, no, couldn't possibly.
Right.
I don't think you was that smart.
We are nearly there,
No,
guys.
but we do know the bell end that he's talking about though.
Yeah, we know the bell end you was talking about.
Again, these guys keep fucking slagging me off, don't they? Calling me bell end and.
You love every part of it, every inch.
Right, I think we're on
Trying
our,
to get it out the window.
our last one, and I do want to ask Lone Wolf, aka Mr. Ghosty, what was your score out of 10 and reasons why, please?
You know, listening to all you guys and doing the math and figuring things out and looking over here and looking over there, I'm going to give it 1 3/4.
Oh my.
Fair answer.
Come on,
I,
hateful
I,
to me.
I'm sorry, but
Did you even do
just-
it?
I got to find time sometimes to do it, and so I
Yep.
got to get up early in the morning,
Ah,
or try to
Mhm.
stay up late at night, and and then try to help my family. And oh my God, what a fucking bollocks. But anyway,
This is why. Sorry, this is why I say about how many rounds you need to do per day, so
Yeah.
you can basically try and work it out to spend time with your family and jobs and things like that.
Isn't it like what, 10 or 15 rounds a day?
Yeah, it was 11 rounds a day.
Damn.
oh well.
So if
I
you've
do-
done
Plan.
I do more than that.
if you've done a couple in the morning and the rest in the evening, it gave you the rest of the day to spend with the family.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. I want to add to that, but once I get to my scores, Lonely, have you finished what you wanted to say, mate?
Yeah, I guess I am. I mean, what the hell, huh? But anyway, Ghosty, salute and keep your powder. Oh, that's the end. Okay, bye.
I thought you were going to leave us.
We got the rest
I
of the
think
show. What are you
fucking
talking about?
Outsiders is in here.
I'm gonna sit
Oh, we
back
can
and
end the
keep
show now,
thinking.
right?
I thought the show was over then. I was just about to close down the
I know,
YouTube.
right?
Right, moving on to Cobra, please, bud. Can you give
Yeah,
some
I'm
of the
on it, mate.
scores
Yeah,
out?
I'm on it. Right, so coming in number 1, it's Lewis. He says it's a 3. Davy Sharp's coming in at a 7, a strong 7 at that. Nutcracker says a rare for me, 2 out of 10. Clearly, I take it you didn't enjoy it. Q says he gives it a 4. Tom G says a 4. Drafts, give it an easy, lazy 6 out of 10. I know a lot of people were finished early, but unfortunately some of us didn't get that opportunity. Thunder's coming in 3 out of 10. He said, Kickside pissed me off with the multiple versions of the same basis to cause more damage for no reason. And you're right, 100% right. I fully agree with that. Also, the new unit is nothing special. Again, I agree with that too. Rumpelstiltskin Manny says 6. Played every day a bit, got 33 mil. Good job, mate. That's all that matters. Armageddon's coming in 3 out of 10. Too much grind for too little reward. Okay. Paul White, or Tess as we know him, says 6. Ruby it or wasted a unit and repaired while chilling out with a few cold ones. That's the way to play the game. Hawks, 4 out of 10. Grind as usual, a bit better this time. Moving down, Cassius says 5. Didn't give a reason. And we are, but oh no, hang on. Hold on. Ernest, I'm afraid you have to go to Cunt of the Week. You said 10 for me on event. 10 out of 10. That means you're a cunt, mate. I'm sorry. And unfortunately, Ernest, you've earned that badge tonight. Hopefully
Oh,
tomorrow
my.
you might reflect on that. One other I've just seen, Matt, he said, usual thing, done in 3 hours. I judged the unit on how it would do in PvP, so trash unit. Event score, 3 out of 10. Thank you for that, Matt. And I'm just
Wow.
looking down, see if we've got any more. No, that's it, I think. Oh, Gambo, 5. Just boring was better when Klondike was built, son. Okay, I think I know where you're going with that. Yeah, and Juice, J-Rod says, I give it a 5. That's it, we're up to date.
My score, I realised something so fucking early on in this event, and I've just done the same thing that I always do. Sit there and I grind out the event and get everything that I need to get. So I get how many of these new units was it? 20 or 22?
20.
Something like that.
Literally,
Yeah.
I'm only going to build 10 of them. I'm going to build 10 of these new units, and that's it. A full plat or just over a full plat, and I'm not going to build no more. There's no value in me building anymore. So why am I
That's
sitting
what I
there
do.
and playing through and getting all of the units, all of the tech, all of the fucking upgrade builds,
But
all of
only
it,
build 5 or 6.
and I'm not going to build that many more than what I initially built at the start of the event. So I need to break that fucking habit of, especially when you can tell straight off the bat with like this unit, it's not going to be that good.
No.
It's not going to be game changing. It's not going to improve PvP. It probably is going to last 2 skirmishes, and that's it. Game over for that unit. So I'm going to, from now on, I'm going to do just enough to get 10, unless there's a special unit to come out, and I will post, obviously, I'll post videos about it if I think the unit's special. But I'm only going to get the bare minimum. I'm going to stop playing kick-size bullshit game and have thinking in my head and triggering myself to keep going and keep thinking I have to get everything. No, I'm done with that.
Actually, I think you need to rethink this, and the reason why I think you need to rethink is I think you should carry on getting everything, spending the whole weekend behind the computer, and then that way you're not fucking up your family's weekend by being with them.
I was done Saturday. I was done Saturday morning with this event.
Wow.
You know, and sorry, Saturday afternoon I was done. So I am going out. I'm doing what I want to do, but when I'm indoors, the game's always loaded. So I'm doing, you know, if you're stuck in a main event, you're doing nothing. You can't jump out. You can't PvP. Well, you can if you've got enemies in the sector, but there isn't really much more to do other than the event. So most of us just keep grinding it out, and we end up sitting there hating ourselves for doing it.
And I think it's more for hope that maybe this unit is going to be the one.
And that's the fucking, it's called FOMO.
Yeah, absolutely. I get you.
The fear of missing out. But you can always tell if a unit's got fucking 350 range, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a load of fucking shite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my score's going to be, ain't going to be high. I don't think Kickside deserve anything high. I'm going to go middle of the road, 5. I think that's fair. I don't think there was nothing special.
That's generous.
I think it is as well. I am being generous. But if I played it with the mindset, get 10 units, get 10 of each of the tech, I would have been done by Friday morning. That would have been me done. I wouldn't have had to touch the game for, what, 5 days afterwards, 4 days afterwards?
Then what would you do with yourself? Wank off?
Jerking my fucking chicken.
Chicken strangling.
But yeah, and the problem is for this event, I was stuck indoors because I had the builders in from the kitchen.
Your kitchen redone.
Yep, and it's all done now. It's finished.
What they need to come out with is a legendary juggernaut with wings. Oh, that would be cool.
But yeah, guys.
Don't
and a floating CC for Bonehammer.
No, yeah, don't get Bone started.
All I want to say to everyone is stop. FOMO needs to stop with this game. Fear of missing out needs to stop, because before the event's even finished, everyone will know how good or bad this unit is before the event finishes. So you get 10 of them and move on with your life and enjoy the fucking weekend.
Wait. Do you remember who actually got it to 20? Who coined it to 20?
No, I don't. But I know there was a couple of videos out there. Who?
Outlaw.
Oh yeah, fucking hell yeah, he didn't he? Go rattle on like an old woman about it.
He was one of them, that's for sure.
He's not in the side chat tonight.
About him from the get-go.
Then he was done with the event in the first day?
Yeah.
Day? And then bitching because
he had nothing to do. Yeah, but that's Outlaw's all over that. That guy's fucking wired.
That's every event for Outlaw.
He's just wired different, man. Right, I just want to give a few more shout-outs. Klaus, welcome, brother. Who else? Welshie, welcome. Madda, welcome. And I did see someone else. Simon, welcome, bud. Right, moving on, guys. I think we're going to be here all night talking about this. Want to go through the release notes. 15.11 release notes, copied and pasted by Kickside Drake. Last updated 17 hours ago for some reason. The following changes and fixes have been applied to Thursday, June the 12th at 10 AM PDT update. We've got events. We've got the Strike Ops, or as all the players call it, Shit Ops. I'm not going to read that because we have got a tab open for it. We've got a tab open for that as well. Sector Breach, we've got a tab open for as well. Medal Store. There is no update to the Medal Store this month. Why not? We'll be updating the Medal Store every 2 months, and it will include the 2 most recent. So basically, by the time 2 months is up, at least one of the 2 newest units is going to be out of date with the way Kickstarter rotate the units in the game. So what's the point of updating it every 2 months?
Yeah.
Laziness?
Maybe.
I think that's just pure laziness.
Lack of staff and coding.
Oh yeah, they wanted to get the violin out and cry for.
They cut back their employees.
Yep.
I will get that post up in a bit towards the end, guys, about the new update to the cheating scandal. But this is just another lazy fucking move from Kixeye. Can't be bothered to update the gear store. Too lazy. They can't be bothered to add units to the Bloodthorium store, especially PvP units to the Bloodthorium store. Another lazy move by Kixeye. It's just it's constant laziness after laziness from the game's creators, and they expect us to keep spending money. No, if you're not giving us what we need, why are we going to spend our money? Anyway, bug fixes, general fixes and improvement, and flash flood tech for Kodiak was incorrectly buffing other units other than the Pioneer. I am not taking the blame for that at all, because there was someone on the warcommander Discord that grassed us all up before I even made a video about it. I was holding the video off till the Saturday at least, and I see someone sent me the picture of the guy grassing everyone up, and I put the video out there, and then fuck them guys.
There you go. Exactly.
We've got the Shadow Ops Speed and Light Chapter 2. Do I even need to read through this?
No.
Well, it's just Shadow Ops, isn't it? So we all know what
we can get
gotta
another.
do.
Over the next three weeks, we can get another 3 parts for the what is it called? Metatron. We can get the tech for the Pioneer, and then next main event we can actually get the Metatron. Is it Metatron? Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Metatron.
Hang on, Metatron.
Megatron.
Metatron.
You guys can't see what I'm reading, can you? I've just realised that.
Metatron.
Metatron.
Hey, Murgatroyd, let's go.
I'm gonna call it Metatron forever. It doesn't matter what you guys fucking say.
They can't think of anything new. They have to go off of DC, Marvel, now Megatron. I mean, what's next? I mean,
Yeah, but hang on. The problem is all the films you watch are rip-offs of previous films.
yeah, but still,
This is the way the world goes around, I'm afraid.
This is the rip-off of Facebook. It's now Meta.
Oh yeah, they could be in for a fucking bit of a class action lawsuit there, can't they? That is the picture of the Metatron. How do I pronounce it?
Metatron.
Metatron. Meta.
Oh yeah. I
The
think it looks like a
Metatron.
lampshade that you have on your ceiling.
Metatron.
It looks like
Roberto said Metatroll. How about that one? Metatroll.
Do you know what this
the hell
thing? This thing hasn't got no weapons.
No. Well,
It's
no, the
supposed to
the
boost
mouth
other
part of it
things,
is.
isn't it?
Mouth part of it is.
What,
the
that?
weapon. Yeah.
I would have thought that
What
was
the
a
hell's it good
CNI.
for?
It's good. Absolutely nothing. Right, moving on. So yeah, we can get 3 more parts, and then next main event we can get the last part. That's all 7 parts. Get it building, and then we can use it in the retaliation the following event. Again, I don't need to read through the Pioneer tech because we've got our hands on that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pointless.
Yep.
So we're going to move on to the shit ops. June 2025 shit ops.
Shit off.
Oh.
And by the way, this is copied and pasted by Kixar Drake again.
Please don't.
Featuring the Warrior Omega
And
part.
it's all, yeah.
Are we all looking forward to the Warrior Mega Parts? They really need to
Fuck
make
no.
this fucking unit drastically better.
Because it's gonna be good for one or 2 events, and then they're gonna downgrade it, or what do you call it?
No, but the problem
It's
is,
the throw 2
Nerf it.
tomahawks now.
why are you going
Yeah.
to use a unit that needs to be so close to enemy units that's got a fucking 4 or 5 hour fucking repair time? You're just not going to
gonna-
use it.
They're gonna give it acid spitballs.
They're going to mooney the tanks.
Ah, shoot boogers.
Oh, I can't wait for you to read some of this one out.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
That's
that was
right.
hot.
Woo!
That's hot.
Oh, that is hot.
I literally haven't read none of this, so this is all new to me. The
you
Warrior,
go
so
then.
here we go. Warrior
How
Mega
many beers
Parts.
you had?
2. The Warrior Mega Parts, Creed, Ricochet, and Rough Hide Tech for the Warrior. Carbon Grip Threads. I think they thought I couldn't say Ricochet.
Yeah, no.
Carbon
One
Grip
coming up.
Threads, Overlord Heat Expanse. For fuck's sake.
Loaded.
Blasphemous. I know how to say that one.
Blasphemous.
Blasphemous, yeah, I have to open pronounce because otherwise my
Hey,
brain
that's
gets
three times
jumbled
fast,
up.
Ron.
Iridius, Flamius.
Blasphemous flames tech for the
Funkus.
speculia or spatula.
Sepulcher.
I always call it speculia. I don't know fucking why.
We know some vultures in the game.
You guys have fucking been listening to me long enough to understand that I don't pronounce things the normal way. I just say any old shit that comes out of my mouth.
That's what
That's
what he
awesome.
said.
We've also got a special ops called Frontiers Justice, Pioneer Upgrade Logistics. And this event starts June the 13th, tomorrow, Friday the fucking 13th, guys. What can go wrong?
Wow.
At 10 a.m. PDT, 1800 hours
awesome.
GMT, and we will be live, barring anything going wrong my end.
Yeah.
Ends June 16th at 10 a.m. PDT. I think that's Monday.
Monday.
Yep,
Yeah.
Monday at 1800 hours GMT. Store closes or use it or lose it. Stops June 17th at 10 a.m. PDT. Mission description. Thanks for the great feedback from players. You can now use 2 unique units at a time in a base in shit
About
ops.
time.
This will help make more engaging strategies better synergy options. Why do they have to use them poncy fucking words? It's this
I
is
like
what
the way you say it, though, to be fair.
synergy. They can synergize my cock up their fucking ass.
God.
Add some characters, Johnny.
Hey, old John.
We got it dangling out the window, so
Yeah.
why
Yeah,
not?
true.
Well, when you need to go to the toilet, you need to go to the toilet.
And I'm over here taking pictures.
Right, so better synergy options. If they just put better options, that would have just done it, wouldn't it? Why did they need to
No.
put synergy in? Because it's. Do you know why they say synergy? Because it's something that they're saying in Cali, not Cali,
They're trying to make it look good.
San
and it's not.
Francisco, Silicon Valley. It's a word that they use there, and Kickstarter, and they started using that there probably 5 years ago, and it's now no longer being used. But Kickstarter, that's fucking far out of date. That they start using it 5 years after everyone else finishes using it. Dickheads.
Sounds about right.
Like
Sounds
gag me
legit.
with a spoon.
Yeah. It's
You know,
legit.
but
Yeah, well, who else have I missed?
Sounds legit.
you've missed
Several.
Arjun.
Yeah.
Vincent as well. Welcome.
Mada. Mada's on.
Arjun. Aryan. And Petite. Welcome, brother. There's a
Happy.
lot. Albert's another goat as well. Welcome, brother. Right, getting back to it, guys. The Warrior is the last in a long line of infantry uniques that are just dudes. What the fuck? I'm gonna read this
Just
shit.
dudes.
Dudes that outclass tanks.
What dudes?
Oh my.
Dudes. They're just dudes, guys.
They're just
Uh.
dudes. Oh.
Have you ever played a war game and let's play as the dudes tonight? Imagine they put that in fucking Call of Duty. The dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes are outclass tanks. These
Oh,
men
dude.
have no business being this strong. Yet here we are. The Warrior is. Hang on. How can they call them dudes? It's one, isn't
Just
it?
him by himself. Yeah.
It's one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think they're talking about the progression from like Romeo,
Yeah.
Sarkis, stuff like that.
Romero.
Yeah, Romero.
Not
No,
Romeo.
my fucking brain with
Romeo,
their drivel. The
Yeah, come on,
Warrior
they're
is as
running
close to a murder hobo as War Commander is going to get. Trust me. I'll
I'm
get.
sorry. I'm just picking. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'll get a flight out to Victoria, and I'll be homeless when I'm out there. They fucking find out what a murderous hobo looks like.
Oh no.
In game, that is, by the way, guys. That's not a direct threat. In game.
Sure. Empathy.
Yo,
He just
I'm
joined.
fatigued. In Strike Ops, commanders will face off against a series of true believers targets with your unique units. Bases must be defeated in numbered order. And after beating all 3 bases, an optional bonus base is unlocked. That was a huge amount of XP. Use the event XP to purchase prices in the Strike Shit Ops store. All unique units will be deployed through the new unique HUD and only 2 unique units can be deployed at any time. At a time, sorry. So make your decisions wisely. Event structure even. Mission 1 is 2,000 XP. Mission 2 is 6,000. Mission 3 is 8,000 plus a unique repair logistic. Bonus prize is 20,000. Bonus base is 20,000 XP. Tracks will reset. Sorry, track will reset will be available after defeating Mission 1's target. Oh, question. Repair depot bases. To help you get the specific repair logistics you want, there are now specific bases for each unit. Hang on, they've changed this. Let me put the dominoes. But to help you get specific, sorry, not the ocean, the word. To help you get specific repair logistics you want, there is now specific bases for each unit. You'll see on the map bases for the Meteor Storm or Metastorm, R1 Mantis, Specular, and the Warrior, and they're all award a single repair logistic for that unit, as well as thorium and medals. Keep in mind you can only hold a single repair logistic for a unit at a time. So they've removed a bunch of them. We used to get repair logistics for the Demi-Demon, didn't we? The Abyss. Looks like they're only going to do the, what is it, 1, 2, 3, the 4 newest here uniques. Am I correct there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And each base will show you what, I believe, from what I'm reading there, it will show you what repair logistic you will get. Which is better than I hit 7 bases and got 1 repair logistics last time. And then some people hit 5 bases and got all 5 units. Event store. Is there anything you guys want to say?
No, I just didn't bother with those.
Go fuck yourselves then. New items. Redemption limit and XP cost. The Mega Warrior part 80. Is anyone even going to fucking worry about that? I mean, unless the units... I haven't seen the stats for it yet. But unless the unit's bugged or I haven't seen the tech. Unless the tech is otherworldly, this unit's a waste of fucking time.
Okay, to be fair, it's not even worth getting Omega parts anymore unless you're like an average player that plays 24/7. Because who's gonna be using it by the time 2 more events are coming out?
My problem is the way Kickstarter have worded everything that they're talking about this unit. If I scroll up about the Warrior, and they're just making fun out of what this unit is, and they're trying to say it's, you know, they're just making clowns of us. So they've put one of the worst units they've ever put in the game is now in our hands with the Warrior. I've got it to level 15 or 16 at this time. It feels like Kickstarter taking a piss out of me. And what would make it worse is if I'd spent money on this unit instead of just time. I'd be pissed at the company that they think that they can just introduce a unit and make me feel like a fucking absolute clown for calling this unit up and it being, I'm going to quote this again, one of the worst units we've ever seen in the game. And that's what it feels like for me. It feels like Kickstarter trying to be funny and putting a kind of a joke unit into the game and laughing at us fucking spending time on it. It shouldn't, that isn't how this game should be run. But here we are. We're at that point where Kickstarter just adding shit into the game that they feel like they can take the piss out of us with. And there will be idiots, I'm not going to call them idiots, there will be players out there that coin it and get their fingers burned.
No, I think you called it right the first time, idiots.
Well, no, you can't, because without them idiots, we wouldn't know how bad that unit is, if you know what I mean. We can make a judgment call because of their foolishness.
But then you called them idiots just now, so
yeah, I know. Yeah, they are fucking idiots, and they know they are. I'm looking at Outlaws when I say that, by the way.
I'm just messing with y'all.
Wow. It only had one use in the event that I think it was Amped or Joker.
Yeah.
No, I think it was Joker. He actually found a use for it, which was to take out the radar jammer. And that was it. That was the only thing it was good for.
Oh yeah, one of the heroes. Yeah.
It wasn't me. I ain't smart enough to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I use
it
it
was
for
Joker
that.
then.
It's just a
He
shame.
basically in the I think it was a campaign 2 base. You start it. You run the warrior
Hmm.
around all the tanks, and then go for the rage jammer, and then retreat, and then you could bring in your Orbiter and your Mohawk or your Malachi to finish off the base.
Hmm.
Okay, so there is a use.
Well, Joker
Slight.
found one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It ain't that bad, but it does still feel like Kickstarter are taking liberties.
They're still taking a shit on us, but yeah.
They
Well, that's
are.
the only use Joker found for it. I haven't found a use for it other than that.
I make very nice tea.
Well, the problem with the unit itself is it doesn't do any damage until you get the whatever it is, that bloodlust or whatever it's called. So even if you was to run it, this is what I envisioned for that unit. I could run it into someone's base and I go straight for the CC. It would take out the CC. That would then open the base up if the CC had a cloak on it, and I could pick off other shit. But you can't take it in and kill the CC purely for the fact is it doesn't do no damage until you've killed a couple of units first of all. By the time you've done that, the unit's dead.
Right.
I found one use for it before the Pioneers, because I had nothing else to upgrade in my academy.
Exactly. That's
So I was
the
like, I need to upgrade. That's the only use I've had for it so far.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got
Can't argue with that.
exactly. We got the Omega Warrior. You need 80 parts, and they're 3,000 XP a cost per one.
Yeah.
We've got Creed Warrior, which is 1 times by 72,000. Ricochet, which is 72,000. Rough Hide, which is 72,000. Carbon Grip Threads, 72,000 again. Sorry, that's Specular Tech. Carbon Grip Threads, 72,000. Overlord Heat Expansion, again Specular or Spatula, 72,000. Blasphemous Flames, 72,000. Frontiers Justice Prototype, which is the cheapest one, is 36,000. And I believe that is the Pioneers. Frontiers Justice is Pioneers again, 45,000 XP. You can only buy these a limited amount of time, 4 times each. And Frontiers Justice Elite is 54,000. Pioneer 48-hour upgrade logistics is a 4 times buy. Why haven't they added the... I know we haven't got another new unique, have we? I believe we can also buy Meteor Storm upgrade logistics 4 hours 8 times. And I think we can buy Warrior upgrade logistics. I think they're 24 or 12 hours. And I think you can even buy that 4 times or 8 times. I'm not too sure. But check the price store, guys. Use it or lose it will only be 24 hours long. Please be sure to redeem your prizes by 10 AM PDT on Tuesday the 17th. Prize descriptions. This is where it all goes to shit. Or it becomes good. A Mega Warrior upgrade. Hey? Why is that in there?
Well, it's upgrade tokens, isn't it? To get to Amiga.
Yeah, but that's tech, isn't it? Oh, no. Right, yeah, I see. Talents at level 21. War momentum lasts for twice as long and has a larger damage increase. Plus 100 flat damage reduction. Not impressed with that at all. Level 30 is plus 50 range. What does that take it up to? 400. It is 400, isn't it? The unit's 350 now. I think. I might be wrong with that one, guys.
That's about as much use as a blowjob in a sperm bank, then.
So far, the 100 flat damage reduction isn't anywhere near enough.
Be at least 400.
I'd go more.
If not
I
5.
think 6, 7. You know, Spatula's 400 right now. And that's starting to go a little bit south. Anyway, we've got the Creed Warrior. Minus 25% damage taken from vehicles and infantry. Slot avoidance, faction or function defense. 72,000 XP. Ricochet. Axes bounce once. How do they damage a unit if they bounce off a unit? Please tell me. If you throw... Have you seen that? Have you seen that video
Bounce.
where the guy
It's
throws
spot
a?
avoidance.
Have you seen a video where a guy throws a fucking stone at a window and he knocks his mate out, and then he picks a stone up, throws it at the window, and he knocks himself out?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm. That's what
Yeah.
I'm envisioning when I fucking read that. Axes bans once. Everyone fucking. Swag.
They do
Got
that way
rubber
to see if
axes?
they get caught
What?
putting that in there.
We're now
Yeah,
using
axes are
rubber axes, guys.
Oh, with Diddy lotion.
Ah, what the fuck? Right, there was two things Kickstarter could have done to improve this unit and make it fucking good, and
Give it a better
missed.
name.
They've missed it by a mile. Axes bounce once. Where do they bounce? Do they know where to bounce?
No.
It'd be like the bouncing Betty, isn't it? It'll just go everywhere other
That's
than
why
where
they
you
call
want
it
it to go.
an
Exactly,
offense.
Will. And it needs to be good damage as well if it's going to bounce and then hit something else. Like ammo.
Like the,
Oh, mate.
it was like the Mohab. If you get the Mohab in line, the bullets take out all the turrets in a row. But if you get the angle wrong, you miss everything. And this would probably be the same with the warrior, with his bouncing axes.
You know what would have made this unit? Move and shoot. If this unit 300 range, if this unit was move and shoot, it would have probably been one of the best units in the game. But yeah, I'm thinking for PvP. Because I can run that round the outside of a base, then go into the inside and take out the CC. Because of its speed. But no, they instead of make it move, well, I haven't read the last tech, but they make the axes bands. Rough hide. This is again the warrior tech. Half damage from enemies. Fuck's sake. Half damage from enemies 500 range away or more.
So those epic turrets that they put in every base now will only do half the damage.
What? So only about 16,000 damage per shot.
Yeah.
Because them epic turrets do silly amounts of fucking damage.
Yeah.
Is that why the slot is called determination?
Typical dedication, really.
I'm pretty sure this was Drake's idea, this unit, and that's why it's shit. And I bet he was kept it on the warcommander Discord. He was calling it cool. This is going to be so cool.
And the reason why he had it to modify it 17 hours ago because they had a typo,
Oh, did they?
probably.
I don't know. I'm trying to work. The unit's got a max at standard levels. It's got 300 and I think it's 350 range. It might be 400. I'm not too sure. So you get it into the unit and it comes to a stop and starts throwing axes. So what's the point of half damage at 500 range? Do you put it
when you've got to go close quarters?
Yeah, the actual unit's got to go below 500 range to actually do any damage. So, Kicks are wanting us to use this unit as a damage soaker upper. So you stop it, you stop it within outside of 500 range. You push the D key and then you work around the base with other units. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. But if for a 40, this unit needed to be a 30-minute fucking repair. Anything more than 30 minutes, and I think it's a 4 or 5 hour repair from dead. No one's going to use it, Kicks Eye. Is there anything you guys want to say? Because I need to go to the toilet. Talk about it.
Well, functions defense. So is it a defense unit?
Well, what would
I
you
think it's
use it in
supposed to be one.
defense? You
Yeah,
can't.
I don't know
If you put it in your base, you've got to be like, for example, if you put it like next to your
It's gonna bounce and kill your own building.
the float, what we want floating.
CC.
CC. They're going to be right on top of you. Well, your CC's dead anyway. So, all right, you put the warrior on the spawn point. He ain't got hope in hell.
What is the point of an axe that bounces once?
Yeah. Well,
I see no
it's a
logic.
two-shot. It's a two-shot thing now, isn't it? So,
But if it bounces once, so can you bounce it off the floor to hit someone, as an example?
No, you have
Probably
to target. You probably have to target something for it to bounce.
Yeah. But Yeah, okay.
So you hit the
God only
tank,
knows.
and maybe you might hit something that's behind it.
And maybe not.
God
You
only
need to
knows
curve
what's
the
going
bullet.
through that poor
The
dog's
curveball.
mind when it's walking Drake every
Exactly.
day.
Yeah.
Curveball.
They've tried
little
something
plan
right,
based
that
on
we
it.
got to look at. Is they've tried something new, and
Or
it's
Sepulcher.
it's not good. But if you look at some of the units that are old, and Kickstarter have decided to change the parameters of them units that are, I'm looking at the Proteus that's five years old plus, and they've gone and revamped the parameters of how that unit works. Why can't they do the same for this unit and make sure that they give it exactly what they need?
Because
You
they
know, to
haven't
make
got
it
the
a good
staff
unit.
to do it.
But it kicks side and they don't do anything correctly the
Yeah.
first time.
Right. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. So we've got the peculiar spatula tech. We've got carbon grip threads, immunity to dragon's teeth, and corona slow. That's not bad. Straight off the bat, I'm liking this.
Yep.
Slot threads, faction, mobility, XP 72,000. Overloaded heat expands. Spatula again. Fire pulse every 2 seconds. Fire pulse. So that's the actual unit itself, yeah? It pulses a fire, I'm guessing. Heatsink faction utility XP 72,000. Blasphemous flames, peculiar tech again. Has a small chance to spawn a fire AoE that spreads. Slot compound faction offense XP 72,000.
That's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, this one's a waste of time. Heat expanse is a waste of time. Purely for the fact if it's underneath the unit itself, the unit's got 550 range.
Yeah.
This one makes a little bit more sense, but normally a fire AoE in the game is very low damage.
And it's only really for infantry.
Yeah. So, okay, right, we've got Frontier Justice prototype. I wouldn't even bother with the first two. Don't bother with that one. Don't bother with that one. Actually,
Well, wait
you
a minute now.
might be
City.
worth getting the middle one. You go.
Don't you think a lot of this stuff is coming out right before October, so it might be used for the October events?
Zombies.
Yeah, but that's quite a ways
fire
away, yeah,
tech?
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's-
but they got to
it's-
give you a chance to upgrade them.
Yeah, but the way the speed of the game where a unit becomes useful to not useful is rapid. Or
True.
it's not just rapid, it's or when Kickstarter decide that this unit's no longer viable in the game. They actually dictate to us when a unit's good and when a unit's not.
True. Okay.
So yeah, maybe that might be worth. I would go with a spatula tech over the warrior tech for sure.
Yeah.
That's the way I would go with it. Pick that one, and then if you do pick up the warrior stuff, get it. But I'm not impressed with the warrior. So you've got Frontier Justice, which is it's a pioneer, 2 level 5 pioneers. Then you've got Frontier Justice Elite, which is hang on, there's 3 of them, isn't there? You've got the standard, which is deploys 1 level 1 pioneers, duration 1 hour. Probably not. Might be useful, but I would normally save up and get the biggest one. Frontiers Justice Standard spec op deploys 2 level 5 pioneers, duration 1 hour. You can extend it to 2 hours. And you got Frontiers Justice Elite Special Ops, and that's 3 level 10 pioneers. That's normally where you want to be to help you in the shit ops. And that is the
Chops.
shit ops.
Chops. The chops.
Ops.
Anything you guys
Shit.
want to add?
Other than the Spec Ops, the last couple of events, they haven't been anything like what the Moonskaters were, because you could get the elite Moonskaters, and it would help with the event. With these,
Yeah.
the last couple, it hasn't been that good.
Well,
No.
fingers crossed these are a
They're
bit
not
better.
useful anymore.
They showcased the Moonskate as well, but the other 2 have been absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Fido's got to poop too.
Wouldn't that be Drake's dog shit?
It's probably what he's walking in.
Probably with the dog walking in too.
So
Oh, shit,
are we
guys.
to that point now that we can discuss other things yet?
What
Ooh.
do you want to discuss then, Cobra?
Hang on,
well,
guys. I've got to
I'd
call
like
me
to-
mum. Can you keep talking?
Yeah. I personally would like to discuss the very fact of the post that Friendly Fixer put out and how they were discussing certain attributes to the game not being third-party pieces of software to help advantages in the game. Sorry, it's against your terms of service. There is no way you can dress that up. I don't care how you put it. You have stated right from the very outset when we signed up to this game, the terms of services, any third party will be classed as cheating. How can you go back on that? Somebody please help me on this, because I can't figure that one out. It makes no common sense.
Because they can't do nothing about it. That's why.
So in which case, if they can't do something about it, then the people that have been reported and found guilty of said offences should have their accounts brought back down to zero then. Start again.
You never know.
That's
What do they mean
just
by
my
the
opinion.
reset thing?
Well, that I think, Rainey, again, you see, didn't we do this with when we went from FlashPire to HTML5 to stop all that?
Mhm.
Wasn't that
Well,
the
that was the
reason?
plan.
Supposedly did
Yeah.
something. Yeah, no one's ever going to be a cheat again, were they?
Yeah.
To change.
Allegedly.
That's what they
Allegedly.
claimed.
But
Yeah.
So, and I think they
2017, they reset people's places
yeah,
for
and
cheating.
so didn't they use that same terminology? This is a reset.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, I don't get it.
Or, yeah, the context of how they said it, though, are they resetting the game? I hope not.
Well,
They tried that, didn't they, last year?
maybe that's the case. Maybe they don't know how to deal with it. I mean, at the end of the day, then what I would say or suggest is invest in coders that can.
Or actually read your
Yeah.
terms and conditions and know exactly what is actually going on in the actual game, and then you can make a informed comment instead of these just what is it, like star bulletins, like, oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that. No, you just messed up because you're not listening to your terms and conditions.
Well, then there's no point putting the terms and conditions out in the first place if you are not going to abide by your own terms of service.
Exactly. And I bet
I know.
friendly fixers never read them.
Well, to be honest,
I got an idea for a fixer. This would be
Man.
comical. No. Seriously. You know how you get these real tough bad guys that jump in the sector already in a bubble and they stop mouthing off, right?
Yeah.
Instead of getting them chat banned, they should, instead of chat banning people for an hour or whatever they do, they should just make that bubble automatically pop when they start getting rude on the chat.
Ooh,
That would end it. That would end the foolishness.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
get
get
the
rid
show
of keyboard
gonna
warriors.
pop.
People will be scared to talk in
Yeah.
the chat then.
Yeah, they would.
I mean,
It wouldn't
you know,
be so
come on.
tough, would they?
Let's go back to the facts of the terms of service. They're there for a purpose. They're there for a reason. They're there to make the game fair.
Mm-hmm.
But by them not adhering to their own terms of service, makes the game unfair. It's a one-sided game
Exactly.
already, is it not?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right.
I know. I'm probably gonna probably get what's the word? I'm very disliked for this, but my feeling, I'm sure, is pretty much the same as many others. That make the game fair. Stop hiding behind the fact that you can't deal with it. Either that, or employ these coders, that are cheating to actually put the anti-cheats in the first place. That's what most modern-day banks do. If people hack a bank, they employ the hacker to stop the hacking.
Yeah,
Simple.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes
But
sense.
I mean, at the end of the day, I apologise for speaking out, but that's my personal opinion. Friendly Fixer, I'd gladly have a one-to-one with you in the Discord. I'd like to discuss it with you and how you think that's a fair thing for people like myself and others that have spent good, hard money into this game. There's a challenge for you.
As you said, they wouldn't employ because they don't pay the money. They want cheap coding because they pay cheap wages. They used to have some really good coders. They used to have some really good people who created the game, knew how the game was meant to be set up, and now they're just employing basically high school dropouts who can do a little bit of coding.
Well, the mechanics of the game, I mean, come on, let's be honest, we've all been playing this game for a very long time. But
Yeah.
the game itself is very addictive. It's how we built our friendships. It's
Yeah.
how we built our enemies and frenemies, etc., etc. I mean, we all still need to remember at the end of the day, this is meant to be a game. But if it's meant to be a game, then make it a level playing field.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
okay, you get stronger by being better, but not by using third-party programs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some very skilled players that know how to play that don't actually use any kind of adverse method, and they will be the people that Kicks should be going to say, let's have your opinion. It's an opinion, nothing more. You know what I mean? They don't have to take those facts. But I just think sometimes where they're going to draw the line, oh, hang on a minute, another 3 years have gone past, let's do another reset to try and keep what we've got left running. It's not going to work for much longer, Kicks. I'm sorry, but you're killing your game.
You
But,
learn by history, and your history is very poor. So if you're just going to keep on making the same mistakes, what's going to happen? You're not going to have a game left.
No, well, someone's just made a comment about Friendly Fixer as a crisis manager, a big waste of money. You may well be right, actually. You know, at the end of the day, I won't sort of name you for that, but at the end of the day, I get people are doing a job, but you know what, at least make it fun. All the events we're doing, yeah, we try to strive, and as Silly said, it's all about FOMO, fear of missing out, and you know, some of us live in hope that some of the units are coming through are actually going to be half decent and last for a lot longer, but it's not. It really isn't. So, you know.
Because why most people are a big, a big population of the players are walking away.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's sad because, as I said, there are a lot of players here that play fairly, and yet there's other players that use third-party programs, which is against Kicks' terms of service. We know that, but Kicks are now saying, let's do another reset. Why? We've the people that have played fairly haven't cheated, so why do we need to
it's
be on
always
that
been
same
the way
level?
since we started playing this game. When they started doing the big band waves 4 or 5 years ago, it's always been the same thing. Kickside do a big band wave, everyone cheers, everyone goes, yeah, loads of money's getting spent in the game because we think the cheats have finished with, and then the cheaters get their accounts back in 3 days, 5, whatever it is, 4 days, 5 days. Then all of a sudden, over the months, over the years, the cheaters start getting their codes back, and then it just is an explosion of mass cheating going on. And it's always the good players, it's always the decent players, the players that don't want to cheat to win, that suffer.
And then we got to. Sorry, then we've got to address the situation. All right, these good players, where are they going? If they're not going to tolerate this anymore, this cheating anymore, where are they going? Are they playing the game or are they leaving?
You're quitting.
So then that
let's
brings in the gold situation that we've just had. First time in history that we've had a 40% gold sale.
True.
Why?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Why have we just had a 40% gold sale? And why did it last a day longer than normal as well?
Why did they have
you're
fuck ups
running
on
out
that
of
first
funds.
day of it being out? They had fuck ups too.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Here's another thing. So we've gone from 15 to 25 to 30 to 40. Let's have a 50% discount.
Yeah. Not address the situation that, oh no, we're losing players because of we're allowing the cheaters to do what they want, or our events are that bad that no one wants to play the events anymore.
So
look
for
at
those
yourself.
of us who like the game.
Basically, look at it. Is it the cheaters? Is it the events? Why are people leaving? That's the question you need to ask. Not just go, oh, I'll give you a gold sale.
It's not just for the cheating. People are leaving because they're sick of Kickstarter's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, the lies that they, especially the start of this year when Friendly Fixer put out that big statement. Nothing that he said is been what he actually said it was going to be. And that's the sad truth.
Well, I will say I keep playing to keep up with the game.
I keep playing because of the people that I'm involved with the
Yeah.
game.
That too.
Yeah.
That
There
too.
isn't no other reason than the friends I've made. Because I guarantee,
Yeah.
as soon as we stop playing this game, we start losing contact.
Oh,
Yeah, keeps
definitely.
me in contact with everyone. Yeah, it gives me something in common. Yeah, that's
Right.
what I get.
The game.
I mean,
Like, go-
Obviously, we're going to other games, and obviously you won't want to play that game, or no, I don't like this game, and eventually the community splits up.
Well, we found each other through this game.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like we knew each other before and we decided to play this game. That's the whole point. We found each other through this game, and as soon as you go, right, I'm moving on. I'm going to play something else, COD, Call of Duty, whatever you plan. There's only going to be a couple of your friends that will go with you. The rest of them either ain't got the computers or they're not interested in the game, and it's a slow, it's a slow implosion of friendships.
Yeah.
To be honest, and again, I kind of apologise for a little bit of a rant, but you know what? When I read that, I thought it was such.
Oh, mate, I lost it. I lost it when I read it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the right words, to be honest. It's insulting, to be honest, to the people that have played fairly. It's a case of, oh well, never mind. You'll just suffer it because we're doing a reset anyway. You know, he could have put that in so many different ways. But again, I apologise if I've upset anybody in that way, but I'm only saying what I feel.
Well, no, the problem is this is exactly what Kickstarter want us. They want us angry at them, and they want us to have something to prove against them. And they also want us to argue with the players, the good players fighting against the cheaters, earn Kickstarter's bundles of money. Because the good, yes.
Gentlemen in the side chat, not the notes here, but on Discord. He said he was hacked on his account that he's had for about 7 years, and he had it to restart, and he wanted to tell you that, but he's still in the game.
Yeah, not my problem.
He loves it.
If someone's if you got allowed someone else on your game, not my problem.
Yeah.
It's just, and they want us in fighting. The cheaters fighting against the legit players generates money, always has. And they want us butting heads. They want us calling each other names in the game chat. They want us calling cheaters in the game chat because it generates vast amounts of money.
Yeah.
But you can tell the way Kickstarter gone now. That 40% gold tail told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah.
The money isn't coming in no more. People are going, they're questioning things. They're going, right, okay, is this game value for money anymore? And the answer to that, it isn't. At its root, the game's fantastic. It's one of the most fun games you can fucking ever play. But the way that they try to manipulate us isn't fun. The way that they want us to play 70, 80, 90 playthroughs of an event to get X units isn't fun. They've taken away the fun from the game, and they're going, well, why aren't they coining no more? Why is everyone leaving the game? Because you've made it that way. The company has made it that way.
I know. Let's just do another reset, and in a month's time, I know.
Forgive everyone.
Right.
Everyone's forgiven for cheating.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about the reset. Look at your legendary, legacy units that had tech. You've been playing the game for 10 plus years. You maxed all their tech out. If you go to your legacy units, I can guarantee all the tech is back to zero. You have to upgrade them all again.
Mine's all good.
Yep.
Well, if it also helps, I've also lost some units, and I don't know how, but I've sent in a ticket, so
yeah,
I'm sure
I lost levels.
To be honest, and I'm sure I'll probably lose more tonight.
They came over and joined me.
I have upgraded every unit to level 20, and then we was talking about the unit the other day, the one with the wheels.
Oh yes, yeah.
Mine at level 16. Now I don't move on. I will upgrade that unit until it's 20, and then move on to the next one. How's that level 16?
Some of them legacy units only went up to 16.
Yeah, no, this was a 20 though, and this actually wasn't a legacy unit.
Well, anyway, we can
But
argue.
all
We can
my-
argue this point all night long,
Yeah,
guys. I
but
think
all
we
my
need.
legacies are maxed out, but all the tech has been taken off them, and all basically reduced to unlock.
Someone else said about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were
The good
discussing
thing
it
about
last
me
night,
is
weren't we?
I've got videos of all my units and all their levels over fucking the last 9 years. Kicks, I start fucking with my units. I can go back. I've got all the videos saved. I can go back and say, look there. Proof.
Yeah, but here's another thing then. Considering it's a digital game, and they should carry the logs, and correct me if I'm wrong, anything that's out to the general public should have backups for anything up to 6 years, should it not?
Mm. Yeah, but it's this Kickstarter's way, mate. You got a lot of the company really don't give a shit.
Well,
Once
these
you
days you gotta
once you understand that prerogative, then you'll understand the premise of the game. Kickstarter really don't care.
Yeah.
If they cared, the Warrior would have been replaced or readjusted to make it into a half decent unit. If they
These
ca-
days
if
you
they
gotta
cared.
take screenshots of your own units to prove this is what
Yeah,
you
but
had. if something happened.
who's gonna hold on to screenshots for
Yeah.
fucking 10
Yeah,
years?
exactly.
Guys, we
Upgrade
do
your
need
computer every 3.
we need to wrap this up. So I'm gonna,
Yeah,
if you
agreed.
don't mind, because we're stuck at this one
I get
point.
that.
I
Yeah.
want to read through the sector breach. I've got to pop out as well. We've got the June 2025 sector breach, and it starts next week, Friday. Who left? Who did I upset?
No one.
No, you didn't upset anybody. FT just went down to the other room.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right. So featuring the legendary CRAM upgrade tokens. My this is a word. My Let me get it. Don't fucking try it. My apotic.
You can do it.
What?
My
No, you
apo-
can't.
my apotic.
My apology.
What?
My
Oh,
apotic.
what?
My apotic. Is that right?
Myopic. Myopic.
Call it my polyps. It's my
Fuck you,
polyps.
My
Absolute name
apotic.
for it.
Sounds like a disease.
Tracking system,
polyp.
hyperpopic tracking system, incendiary rounds, ramsharum missiles, feedback signals, and recoil brace tech for the legendary CRAM. That
Yeah,
starts
you got through it.
as I say, yeah, but I couldn't say the first fucking one. Starts
did,
June
you
the
did.
20th.
Awesome
That's
job.
next Friday at 8:00 hours GMT. Ends June 24th at 10 a.m. PDT. The following Tuesday. Store closes on the 25th. And here is the Sea Wizard.
Octo.
I thought you said it was a
So,
sea
Right,
man.
guys.
Are you going to
before...
mention what we nicknamed it before the show started?
No, you can.
Yeah, you said it was a
Oh,
sea
I was
man.
going to say it. I don't care. Yeah, we've actually nicknamed it the Seaman.
No, yeah, but there is a
Biscuit.
story to this,
Biscuit.
right? The Kickstarter employees love sucking each other off all day long. They love the taste of semen, and it's in their head 24/7. Sea Wizard, sea fucking ram.
Splashing around
The next version of this is going to be called the Seaman because Kickstarter sucking so much juice.
And apparently they love sloppy seconds and
Yeah.
thirds
Fucking
and hot twos.
right. There's a good part of this and there's a bad part of this. The bad part is we need to level it up to level 20, and it's going to be over the next 2 events, maybe even level 30. So it might be over the next 3 events. But the good part to this, having it as a legendary, is when it's dead in your base as a legendary, you can remove it from your base and put it into your PvP platoons and repair it there for half the repair time. Now, saying that, Kickstarter might fuck us on that.
Yeah.
So
I
be
don't know.
prepared.
They did it already.
But yeah, if it's a legendary, you can remove it from your base plat, put it into the PvP plat, repair it over the PvP platoons. Unless Kickstarter do the dirty, like they have been for the last 6 months, and change all the parameters on the PvP. I'm expecting
Oh, they,
people...
wi-
Go on.
they will do the dirty eventually, but I mean, only whenever there's no more use.
I'm expecting
Actually,
Kickstarter
can
to
we
actually...
change that word? Can we just change that word to let's just do a reset?
Yeah.
No, I like the
I would like they've
dirty,
done with Ruby.
dirty reset.
Anyway, description. Armed with dual-firing molten lead spewing Gatling guns and high-altitude homing missiles, This vehicle-mounted air defense artillery system vigilantly covers the skies. Faction legendary PvP. Type medium vehicle. Weapon thermal Gatling and homing missiles. Where are the homing missiles on this? Oh, there. Okay.
Yep.
So it's actually got 2 different damage types. I wonder if Kixeye have given us both damage types.
And there's 5 techs instead of 3, though.
I think the Sea Wizard had similar. I think. I'm not too sure though. Targets air and high altitude. Damage type fire versus air and burst versus high altitude. Size 400. Hit points or health points at level 1 is 40,000. Hit points or health points at max level is 60,000. That's low. I think that's low for a reason as well. I think Kickstarter do want us to be able to pick this off if we can. So they're not making the unis ain't going to be 100% nerfed. I think this is more of a give and take with Kickstarter. So the unis are still going to do a job, but if this unit's still alive in the base, you're going to be able to. You're not going to get 75% flat with just unis sort of thing. DPS at level 1 is 2,240. DPS at max level is 4,040. Max speed is 2.5. Max range is 600. Splash is 30. Talents, level 1. Why is it all in caps? Can be placed in defense platoons, 360 move and shoot, multi-shot, immune to burn stats. Why all caps?
Oh, because there's a lot of stuff that's coming out now with the fire attack. That's why.
Yeah. Level 10, 20% damage reduction aura for all allied buildings within 200 range. Level 20, increases range by 100. That makes it no, that's max range. So what is it? 500 range to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus that's 600.
Yeah.
I think 600 is maxed.
600 is maxed. Okay. Where am I?
Armor up.
Right there.
Armor
yeah,
up.
armor up.
The legendary C-Ram takes 50% less damage for 5 seconds after the first time it's damaged. First time damage is taken. Mission description. Do you want to talk about this, guys? What do you think?
Oh, so what I have a question is, that one has no ground tech ability, right? Whereas the old one you could do all ground.
No, the biscuit was for the air, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't it have a tech for where you could do ground too, like
No.
low.
I only remember the sea biscuit for air.
Yeah, air only.
What? Okay, I must be thinking of something different then.
It's hot.
Because that's what we used to, because they used to hide it behind the CC.
That's it.
So we had to take that out, take the CC out, so we could target the Sea Wizard because the Sea Wizard hit the Orions.
Yeah, but didn't it also have a tech where you can hit lower and ground, lower air and ground?
We'll find out in a minute because we're just about to have a look.
Okay. All
It'd
good?
be pretty fast to take Onnies out, isn't it?
Yeah, Matt said Sea Wizard was air only.
Yeah, it's a Sea Wizard 2.0. And the only downside to this is they didn't put levels onto the Sea Wizard itself and make it into this. But the upside is it's a legendary and we can remove it from turns and repair it quicker. I think.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Now you've ruined it.
Well, the way kicks are going, they're going to fuck us anyway, which way we choose.
Well, just going to say, does it really matter? Because at the end of the day, they'll just call it another reset and screw us another way. So, not that I'm a very good dwarf impression.
Mission description. Sharky's cloning technology has been used on player bases, creating rogue player bases. And it's up to the sector commanders to push them out. Players will hit PvE bases that are copies of player bases, with the assault platoon in order to earn sector breach XP, blah, 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 blah. I think we all know about this, didn't we? I'm not going to read through that. So the C-RAM is 8 parts, 77,500 per part. Legendary C-RAM upgrade tokens is 10, so you can't take it to 20. I think 20 is the top level on this one. So far, it's 20. So we can take it to 10. Obviously, they're going to sell the tokens. If you want to purchase them, you purchase them. They're 100,000 XP a pop. My Apothic tracking system, CRAM Tech, is 275,000. Hyper optic tracking system is one-time buyer, 275,000. Incendiary rounds, again, CRAM Tech, one-time buyer, 275,000. Ramshroom missiles, one-time buyer, 275,000. Feedback signal, one-time buyer, 275,000. Recoil brace, again, a legendary CRAM Tech, 275,000. And that, oh, hang on, we've got the actual readout of what the tech does. My Apothic tracking systems, CRAM Tech, increases damage dealt to nearby units by 20%. Slot tracking, faction offensive, 275,000. You know what? That would have been better off being what do they call it? A corrosion or fire stats effect, rather than an extra 20%. But yeah.
In City.
Yeah.
Yeah, not said it correctly. I was thinking of Nick. I apologize.
You as well. I'm lost.
I was thinking of Nick as far as with the CRAM ability. I had him thinking the crossover.
Nick was able to do air and ground.
Yeah.
He had 2 techs.
Yeah, so I got that screwed up.
That's right. Stay behind and take some lines after lesson 6.
We've got the tracking system. Increases damage dealt to units. Sorry, increases damage dealt to fire units by 20%. Slot tracking, faction offensive or offense. Incendiary rounds. Increases fire damage by 20%. Slot munitions, faction offense. Ramshroom missiles. Increases burst damage by 20%. Slot munitions, faction offense. Feedback signal adds 50% viral damage. What we're using viral damage against? What units got anything? Any drones?
Yeah.
Nothing. No.
So
Malachi?
what about
Malachi, yeah.
That's it.
Mm.
Pointless tech. Slot weapons mod, faction offense. Recoil brace reduces speed by 20. Hey. Reduces speed by 20%.
And do you know what Thunder's just said? They've even copied and pasted one of the Sea Wizards text to this
that one.
viral text.
Viral,
yeah.
Because basically the people that work at Kickside don't understand what viral means. So when they say viral, it sounds like a cool word to them. Basically the people that work at Kickside are Neanderthals. They bash rocks on the ground and they go.
People been to the fucking zoo today.
I think they've been watching you too much. That's what it is.
They go. They donk each other on the head with a fucking stick.
Shaka, no.
I just
Shaka
understood what
like
you
that.
said.
If I didn't know any better, that sounds like someone else is in your room with you.
They're fucking knobheads. We all know they're fucking knobheads, but let's let them play it out. Reduce your speed by 20%.
What was the speed of it?
It weren't very fast. Hang on, Manny.
Probably matches.
Right there.
2.5. So 20% of 2.5 is the minus 3 off the 2.5. So it makes it 2.2. No, it's more than 3. It's 5. Yeah, 5. So it makes it, the speed is 2. After that, you put
So in
that
other
tech
words, it's not going to be useful unless it stays still.
on. Again,
I thought
it's,
it was like shoot and move.
I wouldn't read into too much what Kickstarter say here, because just look at the other units that they give us, and the stats tell a lie to what the actual unit does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. True.
I could see this being. They're going to make it so we need this in the sector breach bases as well. Can you see that? Where they put a ton of air in the bases.
Yep.
The scumbag move. Where was I?
I think
There's
he was
also
doing
10
an impression of
tokens.
a chimp.
Yeah. We've still got to upgrade the Warlord Yamamoto, so 10 tokens will be available for that as well.
What's
They're
that?
trying to get the coin to do that, so it'd be fast,
That
upgraded
takes
faster.
him. What's that? Takes him to 15. Will.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. 15. Well, unless you bought them 15.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you bought them last time, you go to 20 this time.
Hang on, this gives it another 100 range. So what is the actual range of this unit?
It said
600,
600, didn't
600,
it?
yeah, so it gives it to 700.
So it's 400 range to begin with. Then it gets 100 range at a talent at a level.
At 20, yeah.
Then it gets another. The Kickstarter need to make sure they're straight with this.
Their
So
math
if the
is
unit's 400 range, it's no good until it's 20 with tech on it.
Right. Bingo.
Yeah, that's why they want you. It's kind of a backhanded way to try and get you to coin it in a roundabout way to make it useful.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it, and it's making me angry reading through it.
Hey.
Oh,
It really
one
is.
other thing. Sorry, I just thought about it. What's happening with all the daily deals and all the store stuff?
Oh, they've given up with that because no one wants to play on their site, and they thought, you know what? If no one wants, except for the players that are playing on their Kickstarter site, who gives a fuck? They literally put it out. One of the deals for the hang on. The deals that they put out, you know, the repair logistic.
Yes.
They literally Drake come out and said, "Well, it's free. If it don't work, it don't work." I don't know, not in them words, but that's what he basically said on the War Command Discord.
Implied.
No, he said. But the way I'm saying it isn't the same as what he said. But he said it's a free gift. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah,
Like,
which means if you go on that side and you try to purchase it using the free thing, not really purchase, but if you try to get 3 free things and it doesn't work, oh well.
Yeah, like it or lump it.
Manny's just said, can you use the boost range with the Sea Biscuit Mark II?
Boost range for what?
The new unit, new air.
Yeah, but how do you boost range?
Well, he said, can you use base range boost with it?
Anything that hits air should get a 20% boost, a range boost.
I think that's maybe what it's referring to.
I think so. I'm looking at it now. I think that it should get another 20% on top of that. It should, but we all know Kickstarter. And then it should get a boost with the turrets as well. What are they called? Come on, guys. And that's what he's talking about. LiDAR, and the other one. Yes, that LiDAR and Farsight. They should both boost it, Manny. You are right. So it should give it massive range.
That might be useful after all.
Well, you got to do 24 rounds to get it.
Yeah.
Not many then.
No. And if you want the Yamamoto tokens, you've got to do a further 8 full rounds on the Conqueror bases.
How many further? 8, did you say?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's 32 rounds to get everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can do the Conquerors.
Yeah, that's a good point. If.
Yeah.
Hey, but don't forget, I mean, we're live tomorrow from 1600 or 1800, sorry.
Well, that's set to breach. So Strike Ops is a little bit different.
True.
Strike Ops should be roughly around about 27 rounds. Because I've actually deleted the prototype and the standard. I've gone for the 48-hour upgrade, which I might take off actually, but at the moment we're looking at 27 rounds tomorrow.
Okay. Right.
So over 3 days, work it, say 10 rounds a day.
Yeah.
5 in the morning, 5 in the evening. Job done.
On that note, guys, I'm going to call it.
Easy. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm going to go for the chat. Loney, please, bub.
Oh, hey, you know, we'll see you all
Still
tomorrow.
awake.
And talk to you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Happy New Year. And ghosty salute and keep your powder dry.
Thank you, bub. Q.
Hey, everybody have fun this weekend. Don't spend it all on this stupid game. And enjoy your family and just live your life.
Perfect. Thank you, bro.
That's it.
Rainy.
Well, I'm looking forward to enjoying the Onis while we've still got them. So, yeah, enjoy your events. That's it.
Thank you. Will.
Right, thanks for coming along, listening to us have a go at Kixeye. Hopefully, we've given you some relevant information, and enjoy your weekend. As we always say, spend time with the family. As we just said, you basically need 30 rounds for this new one. You could do 5 Friday, do 10 Saturday, 10 Sunday, 5 Monday. Your event will be done. So spread the rounds out so you can spend time with the family. And God bless.
Randy. Jinx.
So, like Will said, spread them out. Or
Spread 'em.
Okay, well, that's not hot. Ghosty salute.
or
Do it.
you'll
Do
fall
it night.
behind. See you next time.
Behind.
Thank you. Cobra.
But
Thanks, Silly. Thank you to the panel again for taking up your time to try and sort of make sense of the usual bullshit we're given on Downtime City. As usual, mate, I appreciate the fact to get the invites and to everybody that's come to YouTube tonight. We are live tomorrow from 1800 GMT. I know I sort of lost my tongue a little bit earlier, which I kind of apologise for, but I can only sort of try and hope that Kixeye will try and improve the game. And just remember, be nice to one another. It costs nothing to be nice. And some of the stuff I've seen just of late is disgusting. But you know what? You know who you are. You know what kind of person you are. Other than that, we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.
Thank you, bro. Right, as always, guys, appreciate everyone coming along tonight. Massive love to me panel tonight. Appreciate for you guys.
Smash is live, by the way. Sorry,
Smash is
I meant to
live
say
at
that.
midnight. 7. Is it 7 or 5 p.m.?
It's
7
7
Eastern, I
p.m.
think.
her
7
time, isn't
Eastern
it?
time. She will be live. Worth the watch, guys. Really worth the watch. Other than that, take care. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bonjour. City.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, I was just going to call you Silly to Tool instead of